All right. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, has anybody seen the new materials they have for us for host packets? Anybody? Anybody? Have you tried them out yet, Kimberly? Look at this pretty envelope. So they're these, I don't know, what is this? Like, is it like, it feels like a Mylar balloon. It's like plastic or something. I don't know. Some kind of flimsy-ish material. So it's nice and light. Yeah, she's got some. There we go. So I took off this past week, so I don't really, I don't have any parties going on. I was making up, I made some packets last week for next week, and then I was making some more this week. It's so much cheaper. I was always a last minute type of person and didn't get my packets out in time. So I was always using those priority envelopes, which went up to like $7.60 some cents, something crazy. And so I was paying that for each of my parties. That's a lot of money. So I just sent a few of these out today, and I've got my receipt here. It was $2.65 to send one of these packets. So I do send fewer things in it, but I kind of feel like most of the time my hosts are not using everything anyway, and I haven't heard any complaints. They're using the stuff, so I think I'm good here. So what I send a host catalog's the word I'm looking for, host catalog, a guest catalog, for them to hand out, and then 4 of the minis. And then of course I put in a couple flyers, order form, my host letter, the opportunity brochure. So it's pretty minimal, but take advantage, guys. So much less that I'm spending now. So I'm pretty excited about that. All right. So what is the main reason we're here? We are here to talk about, sorry, I just lost my screen here, to talk about the changes with Facebook, right? Always our most exciting topic. So we all know that, the biggest thing, whether you're doing it, doing your parties with your own personal account or your business page, which, by the way, they keep saying it over and over again, do that business page. So that's what I'm trying out next week. We'll see. I've got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I've got a regular event like I normally have been doing. I've got an event in my business page to try that out, and I've got 2 groups in my business page. So we will see what works. I figured I'd try a bunch, see which one works best. But the most important part of that is that you are changing things up, making your wording your own in each of the posts, making your images authentic, right? So I thought it would be a good idea to kind of do a little tutorial, go through, make a couple things real quick on Canva, and kind of show you how it works. So I'm going to share my screen here and find Canva. Where did you go? Oh, goodness gracious. I don't know why I always have 5,000 things open. All right, that's the one I want. Okay, so this is Canva. I have a free account. It's just canva.com. I am all about free. I'm not spending the extra, whatever. I don't even know what it is. I've never even looked into how much it is. I just didn't want to spend anything extra. I think that there's plenty on here to work with the free account. It's totally up to you guys if you want to splurge and do a little extra. But I think we can make some pretty cool things with what you can do here for free. So kind of give you a little, sorry, move things here, give you a little tour of the site. So, once you've signed up for your free account, logged in, you'll have I'm sorry if you can hear him chewing on a bone, it's really loud. Your account information here. Then there's a good old create a design button here. You can see all of your designs below here, or if you click this little button that says all your designs. So here's just some, dude, you're being really loud. Here's some just things that I've been working on. You can see our team banners and different things in there. Some things I was working on. I've got a little thing I was working on for a sweet party I did the other day. All kinds of fun stuff. Then they've got a nice and easy creative design thing. Look, they have a little animated that keeps catching my eye here. I want to make an animated social media graphic. But how do we start with this? So I figured it might make sense to start with making a banner, because that's something that we probably all want to make. They do have some, like I said, they've got some preset sizes here for things. This Facebook app ad, that is not the right size for banner. And I don't think that they have one in here that is the correct size. They've got cover, that's not the right size. So none of the presets are really the right size. You could always, sorry, I'm gonna take this bone away from this. I don't know if you can hear it, but that's all I can hear. So, you know, you can go with one of these and then just kind of play around and shrink things in. That's kind of what I was doing for a while. But if you just Google it, you Google, you know, let's say you've got a group and you want a new banner for your group. You just Google Facebook group banner size, and it will give you the pixels. So some number by some number. I did Google a couple of them. Oh, here we go. What I got when I Googled it for group banners on Facebook, it's 1640 by 856. And of course, you can always look this up too. And for an event, it was 1920 by 1080. So why am I saying this? If you look over here on the right, if you can see it, there's a thing. Oh my gosh, Lori, how adorable. There's a thing that says custom dimensions. You click that, boom, you can put in the size that you need. So let's say we're doing a group banner. 1640, like I said, I can't even see what I'm typing because your faces are there. By 856. Then click on create new design. And you've got your blank canvas here, right? So let's see, I'm gonna move there, we got your faces to the bottom. So they've got some, you know, some examples, some things that you can use to kind of help you along your way. I will warn you, a lot of these, you'll be like, oh, this one looks really cool. And then you go and click on it. I don't even know if this is one. Say I want that one. Okay, I picked a good one. Sometimes you click on them and then they've got like the Canva watermarks on it. You can make it, but then you can't download it. They'll make you upgrade to, you know, whatever, the premium account. So most of the time, you know, sometimes I'll use them because there's some cute ones, gives me a good place to start. You can modify like the text and all of that. But most of the time I kind of just do it on my own. I make it from scratch. So I figured you can do uploads here. So I did go to marketing imagery in Consultants Corner, and I just grabbed a couple images from the new, I didn't put them in yet, with the new products. Let's find it here. Oh, Canva, there we go. So we'll just grab this one with the blender. You click it once it's uploaded, and there it is. So, you know, it's not filling this whole area, so I usually just grab a corner, make it bigger. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. You can kind of move things around. Just get it in there, right? There we go. We have a nice background to start with. And then you can add in some text. So if you click over here on the side on the left, click text. Again, they've got some fun text, you know, combinations with different fonts, lots of fun little things, little borders here and there. Let's try this one out, this border one, okay? Just for the heck of it. So this is a banner. Let's say, we're gonna say, welcome to our Pampered, can I spell chef? And then don't worry, I will edit some of this. Party, so that's really small. So what we'll do in here, you know, change the font size. That's really, really big. So I don't know, let's make it this big. It's really just playing around with this stuff, really. I mean, you kind of get a hang of it as you do it more and more. You know, I'm not going to make this absolutely perfect at this moment. What? But you know, right there is nice and quick. You know, you can make the words bigger. You can play around with it more. You can change the colors if you want. Let's say you wanted this border to be purple. There you go. You can change the colors. If you don't like the default colors that are here, click this little plus button and you can make any color you want, right? So you just kind of move around here. Let's say I wanted more of a green color. There we go. Same thing with the text. You can mess around with colors. You can change the fonts. There's lots of fonts on here. I know when you go, you can do this on your phone too. They have an app. Sometimes I do it on the fly, you know, if I just want to use their preset stuff, like use one of their images and their text, and I don't want to upload it. You know, it's nice and easy to just do it right on my phone. But sometimes they've got some fonts that are just for premium too, but all of these should be free. So lots of different choices here, right? What else? What else is in there? You can, you know, change the alignment for any of these. You can change the sizing, make it bold, italics, all kind, you know, all sorts of options here. And then when you're done, you know, obviously I would play around with that a little more, make it a little prettier. But when you're done, there's a little button up here with the arrow that's pointing down. That is your download button. So you click that. You choose the file type that you want. It'll give you a suggestion. Sometimes, you know, you got to watch some of them. You know, it might be a PDF or something. You don't want that. You want it to be an image. So you can click here and change it to something else. This one, it automatically suggests a PNG or JPEG. They're usually, you know, the standard for images. So either one of those are usually fine. Then you'll click download. It'll download on your computer. You know, this will look different depending on, you know, how what kind of operating system you have on your computer, what you've got going on. When I download things, it shows up down here in this little bar. Click that, open it up, and then I would just right click on it and save. So save as, and then save it in whatever folder you've got on your computer. So that's pretty simple. I can go through, I did want to say, okay, so that's when you're uploading an image, right? Let's say you just want to go in here and, you know, use something, and I should have checked that. I know it opens up little tabs. You guys would have told me. You could see all of that I was just doing, right? Yes, thumbs up. Good. Okay, good. Sometimes I think it's just when I open a new window, you guys can't see what I'm doing. So I just want to make sure you're actually seeing this. Okay, so let's say I just want to go in and do something new. Okay, one that I was just working on. I was just working on my new fall template that I want to use for myself, right? Updating pictures. I wanted to update the one that says bring your friends, right? So I looked in here in photos, and let's just click on, so you can see recently used. Just type in the word friends, see what comes up. All right, hopefully you can see these. So when I hover over them, you can see in the bottom right corner of the picture, it says free. This one says pro, so we're gonna ignore that one, right? So that means you have to upgrade to the pro account to get that one. But look, there's tons of cute images with friends. This is the one I actually chose for my, the one I was making. Come on, here's a cute one. All right, so, you know, grab an image. You can always do a background if you wanted to have a background behind this rather than just make the, you know, have the whole picture take up the background. Throw a background in there, right? Lots of options for backgrounds as well. Lots of free ones. There's images. There are, you know, just, what's the word I'm looking for? There's like photos. There's other, you know, images as well. There's just, you just choose colors for your background. So let's say that's, you know, the background we wanted. Then you can add text. One thing that I like to do a lot, if, you know, the background's a little funny, sometimes it's hard to see when you put text on there. So a lot of times I will put I'll go into elements here, and I will put a shape in the background. So, you know, I might put a circle here. You can adjust the size to whatever size you want. Let's, you know, we'll just do it like that, okay? You can change the color if you don't like gray. You know, let's go with orange. It's getting closer to Halloween, right? So, you know, I'm just doing this quickly, but obviously you can kind of spend a little more time and make it prettier. Like I said, last time we just grabbed one of these easy ones. Let's just make it ourselves this time. We'll say bring your friends. We'll grab this, put it up in here. Obviously it's not fitting in there, so we'll adjust that. Put it in there. If I highlight it, let's choose some different font. There we go. Bring your friends. You know, maybe you want it a little bigger. Right, that's a little too big. So you can kind of play around with this, right? Make it your own. You can put other things on there. You know, you can make different text boxes. Sorry, he's chewing up my cord here. Yay for puppies, right? So yeah, that's pretty simple. Like I said, lots of possibilities. Now, everybody who's on here, does anybody have like specific questions, something specific you want me to show you? Or, you know, an example of an image you'd like me to make, or graphic you'd like me to make. Anything you know, if you've tried it out, any problems you've had, any questions there? I can only see two of your faces. I know Kimberly's tried it out. Lori, have you tried this out? Canva? Yeah. Has it been hard, simple, middle of the road? Sorry.
Now I have a question.
Yeah.
So every image that we download, we have to alter some way, correct?
Yes. So you're talking about like in the templates?
Yes, from the marketing imagery.
Oh, yeah. I would, just because, you know, there's thousands of consultants who are downloading those same images, and you don't want to, you know, get caught in the good old Facebook jail. So yeah, make some kind of little change. You can put, oh my goodness, come here. You can put, you could make your own little, you know, like for me, for my customer group, it's called Bee Pampered with Janelle, like a bee, a honeybee. So a lot of times I'll use a little honeybee. You could grab a little, you know, make your own little, what's the word? I can't think of words tonight. I'm thinking label. What's a
brand?
Brand, yeah. Do your own branding, right? Make something that's your own. Put your name in there. Just, you know, stick something in the corner. Put a background on it. Put a border around it. There's borders in here as well, and elements.
So like if I was to go to somebody's group page, like Rachel's group page or Kim's group page, and I saw a picture that I liked,
yeah,
and I, you know, screenshotted it or whatever, and I use that on my group page, I have to alter that too?
I would, yeah.
Okay.
Because you don't know how many times they're using that, where they're using it, what other people, you know, they might have stolen it from somebody else, right? So it's just best, like they've been telling us, just be authentic, make it your own.
Even if it's just a little star in the corner.
Yeah, you can use it and modify it, or, you know, use it as an example and, you know, copy off of it, make your own using that as your example. Redo it, make it better.
Okay.
Good question. That was a good one. What else? Yes.
So Janelle, when we went to conference, one of the things that was brought up in one of our things that we had talked about on this topic was that you could literally, and what I've been doing is taking pictures of things that I've used in the kitchen. And seriously, guys, that's like one of the easiest ways to change it. Or if you don't have time to do that, you could just, like Janelle said, upload certain pictures for your template and literally just plop in it a background. Like I am with you, like I don't have a whole lot of time, but to just do a background and throw the picture in is enough that you have created a change, and it's fine.
Yep, exactly. And yeah, the same way I uploaded, you know, the image from marketing imagery, you know, just save, if you take your own images, save them on your computer, and then you can upload them the same way. You can see, you know, I've got my host image. I popped her into one of my images for Squee. I was making some ticket, the post that says how you can earn tickets. I was making some of those. So I had some images like that. So, my daughter was having a mum sale. So I had some pictures of a mum. So, you can use this for anything. It's pretty, okay. He's doing it all, sorry. What else? What other questions, comments? I don't think I can see everybody right this second either. Do you want to see me make anything else?
I think personally, the biggest thing is changing the banner every day. I think that really helps to, A, show people what's coming up in that day's party. And B, I put questions in my banner and have people posting answers to that banner. And that helps with A, making authentic, but B, getting people engaged because they're getting that notification that there's a banner change.
Absolutely. And that's a good place to put the party link too. You can customize it, have your guests or your host's name in it. You say, welcome to Lori's party, right? So it's just so many possibilities, but that's a good thing, Kimberly, because when you update that banner, they're going to see it. It's going to be a notification for them. So it's another good point. What do you think? Simple? Scary?
I say do another one.
All right, I will do another one. Any suggestions? What do you want to see?
Something from the Pampered Chef, like imagery, and just
okay. All right, let's see what I've got here.
Just go a little slower.
Yep, I will. Which one do I want to use? I don't even know what this picture is. All right, that's uploaded. Let me go back. We will do a Facebook post. All right, so where is it? Over here, uploads. Here's the image I just uploaded in the top left. That's where your last one will always be. You just click it and it appears here. I don't know. I personally like to make it a little bigger. Give you some room. Maybe we'll go like this so we can type something at the top. Okay, so it's the meal starters. Let's do something with
what's nice is you can put in here, like, instead of posting in the comments, like, or for.
Oh, I think you locked up, Kimberly. Is it just me?
Which one would you pick? Something like that.
Could you say that again? You locked up there for a second. Oh,
I was saying that I've done this, and then I'll say, which one would you pick? Which one would you choose? Or something like that to make the post now engaging. Mm-hmm. So, like, literally, it's you uploaded the picture, made it big, you added a couple words, whatever you want for them. You've just made an engagement, personalized post. Right.
Nice and simple.
Done.
Yep. I mean, it takes me a little longer because I'm perfectionist. I find this fun. I'm a perfectionist, but I find this fun. I think it's fun to play around with all the different stuff. But I mean, literally, you could just make this within seconds. Put all we did, click uploads, click it, put it in there, make it bigger. Went to text on the side here. I added a heading. I just chose heading because it was a larger size. Subheading, these don't really matter which one you choose. It's just the size, and then you can always, highlight it here, double click it, and then change.
How do you know how big to make it? You did in the beginning. You put the size in. How do you know?
So that one, I just Googled the sizes for Facebook group banners and event banners because they don't have preset. They do have some presets back here. Mm-hmm. But they don't have those specifically.
And that's why my banners for my team don't look as nice as Janelle's because I couldn't figure that out.
Well, even some of mine are a little off. My PC Rockstars one's a little wonky, but I deal with it. As you see here, this is what it looks like not on my page, and I've got pretty much going on around the outside here, and not much of that shows when it's up on that banner. So I think that's one that I started without the actual size. So how I did that, I looked up, just Google whatever you're looking for, the size of it. They'll tell you the pixels, how many pixels over here, custom dimensions, and then you just type it in.
Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty simple. I can't think of what else. I mean, you can really make whatever you want here with the custom dimensions. Before I was going into PicMonkey, which is another free site. You're welcome to try that one out. I'm not going to do tutorial on that one as well. But you can do things like, that's where I made the this or that question, that game. I would make the images in here, basically make little squares using Facebook post or whatever, and then I would upload those images. So it was like a multi-step process. Honestly, you could do that in here. You set your own custom dimensions, stretch it out, boom, you can just pop them in here. It's nice and easy. This is kind of a newer feature, the custom dimensions, so that's why I did it in PicMonkey as well before. I prefer Canva. I think it's pretty, intuitive. And
so on that, where it says Facebook post, if you just click on that, that's the correct dimensions?
Yeah, this is the one I use the most often. So you just hover it, you click on it, and then it, opens up a new tab. This is the dimension. It's got it all there for you. Anything you put will be within that square. It's nice and easy. And like I said, you can go through these, see what's what. If you wanted to, if you're not as creative as some people, which generally I'm not so creative. I just, I like to look at other things and get ideas and then make it my own. So, if you wanted to make something, grab this one, change the wording, make it your own, right?
What's the difference between a Facebook post and the event banner?
The Facebook post might just be something that you're using as a post within your party. When you're saying, I don't know, give me one. I can't think of anything at this second.
A picture of a product, and you ask them something, or you have all the words about that product that you're sharing. That's a post.
Yeah.
Okay. So that would be your picture.
Okay.
Yeah, because all the posts that we put out always have images. That draws their attention. You want to have images. So you just make it look pretty.
So the only question I have is when you wanted, the other thing I wanted to tell them is they can duplicate. So if you like a design, you can duplicate it. There's a button to hit duplicate. It'll duplicate the same exact design. This is how I save time for making my banners. And then you just change out the colors or swap out a photo or something. Yes, see? Copy
the page.
Yep.
So
and
here.
Yeah.
I've never done the add notes.
To the right.
But this one here says copy page.
Yep.
You click that and it makes a second one. So if you can scroll up and down here, that's page 1, that's page 2.
And when you have multiple of those, you want to make sure you download one page at a time.
Yep.
So
when you go here, download, it says select pages. So you can do all pages or select the specific page that you want, and then do done, and then download. Yeah, that's a nice, easy way. That's a good point.
I cheat because I don't have a lot of time.
Hey, whatever works.
I just change out the little things. Each banner.
That's smart.
So what about layering, Janelle? Like in order, like when you go to layer things in order.
That's a good point. Okay. Let me go back. I've got a bunch of these open now. Let me go back to one that I made. So here's one that I made earlier. Oh goodness, now they're going to be loud. So this is my Bring Your Friends. I chose the image that they already had here, and I added some stuff. When you go to add something new, like a new element, let's say I wanted to say something else, have a little background here for my words. If you see, what if I might want to have these kind of touching, but I don't want this to cover up my words there. So what I do is make sure this circle is highlighted. I'm sorry for all the barking. Somebody just showed up at my house. Where's the word? Position. So you're going to click on position, and then you can make this go backward. Okay, it's behind the words right now, but not behind that tan square. So we'll click it again, and it'll be behind there. If you went too far, you wanted it behind the words, you can come back and you click forward. So you can kind of move all these around and play around with stuff. That's a good point, Kimberly. Thanks for the layering thing. Does that make sense? Did I go too quickly with that one? We good?
Well, it's recorded, so we can go back and watch again.
Exactly.
Which I'll probably do multiple times.
Good. I hope it's helpful for you. I mean, there's so much in here. There's fun, fun images. There's, look, they've got here. Here's the animation. We've got stickers in here, gradients. You can add little dots. What if you wanted to have this as like a border at the bottom? Oh my goodness gracious. Make it a little border at the bottom, right? And we'll make it in the back.
And you can change the colors of the dots if you want.
You can do so much. This just, you can get lost for hours. I could get lost for hours in here just playing around with stuff. Made it look pretty. Yeah, lots of fun stuff. Cool. Any other questions? Anything else you want me to do? Anything else you want to see? Look, there's a little thing I could add. I can maybe put this in the corner. I'm just keep playing around. All right, make a little cute thing in the corner. Are we good? Any other questions? And yes, this is recorded, so if you do have, you missed something, you can always go back and watch it. All right, well, play around with it.
I appreciate you doing this for us.
Oh, absolutely. I hope it was helpful.
Yes, I downloaded the app and I tried doing it off my phone and I was completely lost and I was like, oh, forget this.
Yeah, for me, I had to kind of conquer it first on my computer, doing it this way. And then I kind of went back and I was like, oh, this phone thing isn't so hard now that I understood all of that. So
I use my computer when I do it.
Yeah, that's mostly what I use, but I have made a couple things on my phone and it was pretty easy. Yeah. Just some quick little stuff. All right, well, I will let you guys go then.
Thank you.
You all have a good weekend. I'm sorry for all the trainings coming up, but they're going to be great. So don't miss them if you can at all. Oh, there's stuff in the chats. What did I miss?
Nothing.
Oh, that was you.
Transparency. I was telling you about the transparency to show them that.
Oh, transparency. Do you want me to show that real quick?
Yeah, might as well.
Hold that thought. Okay, so this heart. Let's say I didn't want it. I still had something in the background that I wanted to see. Okay, let's move it over here. We want to see this girl's face. Okay, but I still want to write over top of it. This little button here with the little checkerboard. If you click on that and move this back and forth, voila, you can see her face. And then you can still put this over here. So, you can kind of mess around with that too. Sorry, this is kind of a jumbled mess right here, but I think you get the point. You can play around with that transparency. If you have something you still kind of want to see, but you don't need it in focus, that's a great way to mess around with that. As you see, there's lots of different things you can mess around with. Link, I haven't even messed with the link. I don't even know what you do there. You can lock it, you can delete stuff. Lots of things. You can add a new page this way. Sorry if that was covered up with your faces before. I couldn't see it. You can make folders. What else? We got more here. I don't deal with all this stuff. I stay out of here. But I guess, there's different apps that you can work with as well. Cool. All right. Now I will let you go. All right, guys, you all have a great weekend and thanks for hopping on. Take care.